Well, tell me truly, how many of you present here, they can claim that they have never gossiped? Raise your hands.
Nobody.
So all these are honest souls, I must say. Correct? Because all of us, indulge in some kind of gossiping, whether seriously, non-seriously, at some point of time. Correct? Yeah. Even the most educated and the so-called elites, they are not spared by the pleasures of gossiping. Yeah. The thing is, for some it is pastime, but for some it is an indulgence, and that is a very, very scary thing. Right? Even the dictionary meaning of gossip says casual and unconstrained conversation or report about some person, typically involving the details which are not confirmed as being true. I'm stressing this point, not confirmed as being true. Right? And it means judgment passed out of half knowledge. That is gossip. I must say that this is the most uncivilized activity, I think, of this civilized world, this so-called civilized world we see. Because tongue and intelligence, they are let loose. Stories are cooked. They are seasoned with half-truths. They are garnished with assumptions. That is gossip. Even in our social structure, people come together to form associations, clubs and kitty parties. They want to, spend some time, leisure time joyfully. What happens? Everybody knows, right? Because these groups, they become gossiping becomes the lifeline of these, for their fellowship. And they say, never, never, ever trust a gossiper. Because once you leave, the one who was gossiping with you will gossip about you with others. Correct? Even a tongue twister goes like, every gossiper will gossip about other gossipers. And this is the universal truth. Now, who is the gossiper? What kind of people are they? It is like gossipers are generally, they are hypocrites. Right? They sweet talk on your face and they badmouth behind your back. Shamelessly distorting the images of the people, not with slightest care that how much it would affect their lives. In fact, they say that millions of lives can be saved on the brink of suicide if only these gossipers, they just choose to be of moral support to the emotionally hurt rather than creating stories, sensations out of it. So eventually, every gossiper, he drinks his own poison. He becomes highly, highly other people conscious. Correct? All the time he's about, because he has been gossiping, what people are saying about me, what they are thinking about me. You gossip not, you judge not, you will not be judged. But the contrary is also true. You judge, you too will be judged. Right? Okay, we understand that thirst, that curiosity and inquisitiveness, these are the lifelines of human evolution. Right? These are the lifelines of human evolution. And what happens? If this thirst and hunger, if it is channelized, thirst and hunger for knowledge is channelized to realize the higher realities of life, growth happens. But what we do? We make the blunders of feeding this thirst and hunger for knowledge with gossiping. Aristotle, Freud and us. Quest to know is the same for everyone. Had they been the gossipers, they would be amongst us. And if we can stop gossiping, we can be like them someday. So, what work does the lion have among cats? Next time your gang begins to gossip about anyone who is not present, just walk away. I mean, very seriously, just walk away. Refuse to listen and refuse to speak about those who are not present. I mean, let the rapture not come at the cost of rupturing other people's hearts. Even the famous quote by Henry Thomas Buckle goes, great minds, they discuss ideas, average minds, they discuss events. Only the small minds discuss people. So hopefully nobody wants to be small-minded, right? Okay, so think before you gossip. Thank you so much, Nishita.